Hey, no more prop rod. Isn't that nice and easy? Stick around and I'll show you how it's done. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fred's Garage. This is Fred. On this week's episode, we're going to install these carbon fiber hood struts on the Ford Bronco. This company, Tsubasa, reached out to me to see if I can do a review and an installation video on these hood struts. These happen to be carbon fiber, but they also make aluminum, so whatever your price point might be. And everything will be in the description below. So let's head on into the garage and start this project. All right, so let's see what comes in the packet. You have directions. If I have any complaint, is these directions are very hard to follow. You have these two beautiful hood struts in carbon fiber. I don't know if you can see how nice that looks, but in the sunlight, that carbon fiber really shines. You have the two left and right mounting brackets that go on top of the fender support. You have 4 washers, the 2 hood supports that go on the hood. They give you this nifty little tool to get the washer and the nut inside the hood. So that's what comes in the kit. So what are you going to need for tools? You're going to need a ratchet. You're going to need a 12mm deep socket. And if you don't have a 12mm deep socket, you could use a 12mm wrench for the ball stud that goes on the hood. And you're also going to need a 13mm socket or a 1/2 inch for the fender bolt that holds the fender to the inner fender support. That's all the tools you're going to need. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your ball stud right here. And you're going to want to place a washer on top of it. So it looks just like that, okay? And we're going to set that aside. Then we're going to grab our other washer. And we're going to grab this nifty little tool that they gave us. And if you look at this tool real close, see that the bottom is thin and the top has the nut. And this washer is going to fit right inside there. So you just want to line it up so the hole goes right through the washer, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to find your stud. And you're going to count up 2 spots. 1 spot, 2 spot. You'll find this oval. This right here is going to go in like this. Feed it right up to where the oval. All right, then we're going to grab our ball stud with the flat washer on it. We're going to match it up to that hole right there, and we're just going to screw it right in there. Then once we get it started, we're going to snug it up by hand, okay? And then we're going to pull this off, and it's just a tape. Now, when you have this here, if you remember, that was an oval hole. So we want to push that all the way to the forward and then tighten it up. Okay? We're going to grab our 12mm deep socket and we're going to tighten her up, keeping her pressed forward at all times. Okay? We're going to go snug, and once we get snug, we're going to go a 1/4 turn. And that's nice and tight. Now we're going to work on the bracket. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to locate this harness plug right here. And about 8 inches further in, you're going to see this bolt that connects the fender to the inner fender support. We're going to take a 13mm socket and we're going to remove that bolt. And once you loosen it, just use your fingers and pull it out, being extremely careful that you don't drop it between the fender support and the fender, okay? And there she is. That's the bolt. It has the washer that's attached. We're going to set that aside for the moment. Your kit is going to come with 2 brackets. How you can tell the proper bracket is the bracket's going to face forward, the ball stud's going to face towards the engine, and the bolt hole is going to face towards you, okay? So you want it to be perfectly like this. We're going to grab our bolt, we're going to place it in between that bolt hole, and then we're going to secure it, being extra careful not to drop it between the fender and the fender support. You want it to look like this. And now we're going to tighten it up by hand first. And once you have it tightened, then you're going to grab your 13mm socket and you're going to tighten it up with this. Making sure that the rod is forward and the ball joint's facing the motor. And you're going to tighten it up, and you're just going to give it a little snug. And that's it. Now you're going to grab your hood support, okay? You're going to have a ball socket on the end, and you're going to have the bigger end that's angled. This ball socket's going to go right on there, and this one here is going to come up here. But it's too short, so what we're going to need to do is rest it, remove the prop rod, and pop it on. Now you're all set to repeat the same process on the opposite side, and we'll be all done. And we're done. Took about 20 minutes. And they look great. The carbon fiber really makes it look real good. Now the hood's much higher, so you need to be careful when you start this project so you're not under something that the hood's going to hit once you put the prop rods on, okay? Because it's much higher than it was with the rod. As you can see, it's a solid 10 to 12 inches higher. Also, to get it down, you might have to grab it right here. Or, if you can't reach that, just come around the side, grab it from the side, and pull it down. Okay? But hey, please subscribe, hit the notification button, the like button, leave a comment, and we'll see you guys soon.